the little cashier guy at Walmart told me my total, and when he told me it, he was like, I'm unfortunately sorry, but this is your total. And it's honestly crazy, and I know why he said that, because I literally had 2 bags full of things, a rug, and some formula, and my total was almost $300. Almost $300 with 2 bagfuls. Isn't that crazy? What does this world come to?
So this is what $100 worth of groceries look like. Just about maybe like $90, $92 tip for delivery, dash pass, 0 fees. So I got 2 spring onions, a bag of Caesar salad, chopped mixed vegetables, a little thingy of orange quart milk, heavy cream, some chipotle peppers, some angel hair pasta, some drink mix stuff. I love mayonnaise, sorry. So I got some mayonnaise, some soy sauce. Not sorry, I do love mayonnaise. My job is this. I was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and we were colonized by the Belgian and French, and French people do everything, mayonnaise, french fries, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Some chorizo, some, Hawaiian rolls, some pineapples, 4 apples, some cucumbers, mini, beans, cilantro, garlic, bread, some more chicken. And I personally want to talk to the people who packed up these value packs. Ain't nothing value pack about 8 wings. Bitch, that's 1 regular order. And the thing about it too that's racking my medulla is that, like, the value pack, I remember specifically because I used to like meal prep with it. The value pack used to be like twice as wide as that pack, and it used to come with at least 14 chicken wings. Double, like, not talking about like 1 drum, 1 drum, 1 flat is 1 wing, and it used to come with 14 of those. And I would be able to make food and have wings for like 4-5 days on some wings. Baby, that's 2 meals. Like, where's the value in that? And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I think it's more expensive than when I used to buy it. Just throw back to maybe 2024, 2023. So it be racking my brain a little bit, but super grateful to have groceries. Thank you. But I'm not feeling these price changes. Like, and I don't like being bamboozled. Like, stop playing in my face. Like, it's not the same value pack. Like, take value off the pack. Thank you.
Today is Saturday, February 14th, 2026. A year ago on February 1st, 2025, I walked through Walmart looking at various grocery items to keep track of grocery price changes because Donald Trump promised us lower prices. So I'm on my way to Walmart. I'm going to see if I can find those exact same grocery items and see how much, if anything, the prices has changed. Okay, so we have the Roma tomatoes, which apparently went down, and the avocados, which also went down. Okay, we have green peppers, which looks like it went down also. I'll have to look at the pricing from last year. Strawberries went up slightly. Bananas stayed the same. Tomatoes went down. Ground chuck did go up. And the famous pepper jack cheese slices stayed the same. I'm happy that certain things did go down, even though it's only by a couple of cents. It's a change, okay? But the things that went up significantly. And a lot of families are still struggling with food insecurities. And there are people that stated that they specifically voted for Donald Trump because of grocery store prices. Like that twat waffle who said she was voting for Donald Trump because of sliced cheese. And the sliced cheese didn't change. So if somebody could forward this video to that fucking twat waffle, how you feel now? How's your grocery store prices? Fuck off.
The price for 1 pound of ground beef is now more than the federal minimum wage, guys. How crazy is this? And like, how far are they going to let these grocery prices get before they realize that regular people can just not afford this crap? Like, right now, let's do a comparison. Let's use like a couple big chains at where I live. I'm on the West Coast. So we've got like Albertsons, we've got Vons, we've got Stater Brothers, which I think is kind of like a West Coast thing. All of those are about twice the price of an Aldi, a Walmart, a Winco, a Safeco, or a Heb, or like a Food for Less if you have that. So I will tell you that of all the places that I'm shopping right now, Aldi happens to be my favorite. And no, they don't have everything. And Aldi is like the great value brand at Walmart. That's all they have in the whole store is the Aldi brand. So there's not as much selection, but I like a lot of the stuff that they have there. So I did a price comparison out here. Stater Brothers, which is down the street from me, has amazing butcher department. The meat department is great. So I went and bought my weekly groceries there, $240. Next week, compared it.
The cost of living is killing us all. Just today, I went to the grocery store and I just wanted to get a few basics, like cereal, milk, bread. And I didn't feel like I had that much. And I went through the cashier, and when she totaled it all up, she said, "That'll be $85.35, please." And I said, "There's no way. No way. Like, look at what I've got here. There's just a few things. It's not even going to fill a bag." So I said, "Just back it all out." And so then I took it over the self-checkout to get a second opinion. And sure enough, it was $43.29.
I'm in Publix right now, but please help me understand, when was a box of cereal $9.29? Literally, for a box of Honey Nut Cheerios. And I don't know if the prices have been this high, because honestly, I don't eat cereal, but lately my kids have been into cereal, so now I'm here purchasing cereal. But y'all, one box of cereal, the giant size, is damn near $10 for one box. And the only reason why I'm about to grab two is because it's buy one, get one. It's BOGO. But y'all, these grocery store prices are insane. The smaller boxes of cereal are $5.29, but y'all, this is insane. I still cannot get over $10, well, $9.29 for one box of cereal. That is crazy. That's insane. That is.
Do you think that $30 for this pack of hamburger meat is absolutely ridiculous? If so, give me a follow and leave a comment. When did hamburger get so expensive? That's almost $7 a pound here at Walmart. Leave me a comment down below. Who wants to go in on half a cow with me? We're gonna have to buy our own cow. I'm not paying $30 for ground beef. So give me a follow and leave a comment if you think that's ridiculous, and who wants to split a cow with me.
You guys, I am literally carrying $71 worth of groceries. And I'm not complaining. I'm extremely grateful. But right now, it just occurred to me, that whole no one's coming to save you thing, except for Jesus. This year, baby, mark my words, I'm making $100,000 this year. And I'm not playing.
Now that the tariffs have been deemed as unconstitutional, can the grocery stores lower the motherfucking prices? I just went to the store, I got mouthwash and a block of cheese. Shit was $16 unconstitutional. Get that shit out of here. Drop those fucking prices.
Now, y'all know I love my coffee, but when did coffee come this expensive? $15 for some coffee? Even though they got buy one, get one free, but this is ridiculous. Look at there. Coffee is very expensive now, y'all. Look at that, $24. $13 for coffee. This is regular coffee, and I love my coffee. Can't afford coffee no more. Isn't that ridiculous? Look at $24.99.
There are a lot of ways to get ripped off in Florida. I mean, a lot. But nothing makes me more upset than what they do over at Publix. Yeah, Florida's so-called favorite grocery store. Yeah, it's getting blasted by its customers because its meat prices are completely out of whack. Yeah, I mean, to buy a 1 or 2 pound steak, they're talking about $60, $70, $80, $90. And finally, the people in Florida are waking up to the fact that Publix has the largest presence of any grocery store chain in the country. They have like over 900 stores. And it seems like it's their job to do everything they can to rip off the public as much as possible. At least it seems that way, because when you compare shopping prices, when you compare going to Publix to any other grocery store, yeah, Publix is way more expensive. I mean, not by a few percentage points. I mean, it's a lot more expensive. Yes, Publix has been ripping off Florida for decades now, and they keep doing it, and they keep raising their prices. And the thing that just cracks me up, people in Florida keep going. Yeah, they keep going to Publix. So they just keep raising their prices higher and higher and higher, and who knows when it will stop. Like and follow for more.
Somebody needs to explain to me why I can't afford this ground beef. I go into the supermarket, okay, because I'm looking for some ground beef for my lasagna and also for my spaghetti. I found the ground beef. Why is it $30? Who can afford that? And don't get me started on the chuck roast. The chuck roast is like $15 per pound. You guys, that is insane. What happened to groceries becoming more affordable? What the hell? That's an affordable line. Like, I am so disgusted right now. Dinner canceled because I can't even afford the beef for the dang on lasagna.
Being an ingredient household saves me hundreds of dollars a month on our grocery budget. As a household of 2 and a small dog, I have found a strategy that works for us, but I've seen other people disagree and say eating out is cheaper than buying groceries. And while that may be true for some people, I still think grocery shopping for ingredients like pantry staples and fresh produce can help stretch meals or cost less per serving, and here's how. Number 1, you need to plan every grocery trip by first checking your food inventory at home. This just ensures that you don't buy unnecessary items that you already have on stock. Number 2, plan out the meals you'll make. I do this and it's essential because it tells me what ingredients I'll need. And number 3, buy ingredients that double up in more than one recipe. Now, this process takes a few minutes of mental work and requires you to cook it all, but if money saving is the goal, then this is what I do, and I hope that it helps. Let me know down in the comments if you think it's cheaper to shop or to eat out nowadays. And I have way more tips that I couldn't include here, so if you want more, just let me know down in the comments if you want another video.
Look at how much more expensive these foods are since last January. But we just got inflation data, CPI, that shows inflation is actually softening. So what's going on? Is this just textbook gaslighting? Are the numbers cooked? There are 2 really simple reasons as to why inflation data like CPI feels so disconnected from what we're actually experiencing when we pay for stuff. First reason, CPI measures the rate of change in inflation in a basket of goods. Food is just part of that basket, 8% to be exact. So maybe rent goes down or used car prices. Price decreases cancel out the food price increases, and then we all feel like we're being gaslit because we're spending 50% more at the grocery store to buy 50% less. I really don't like CPI as an inflation metric anyway. And that brings me to the second part of why it feels like these numbers don't really track with our real world experience. CPI measures the rate of change over a period of time. It doesn't measure the level of inflation. It doesn't tell you anything about how much more we're paying since, say 2020. Basically what it tells you is that prices are still rising, duh, but they're just rising more slowly. We're not seeing deflation. Deflation is when prices fall across the board. CPI is just showing disinflation. So again, prices are rising, but just more slowly. That is the difference. Hopefully I did not just thoroughly confuse you. The worst part is disinflation isn't gonna cancel out all the cumulative price increases we've seen over the past few years. That is why everything still feels expensive as fuck.
I have found the best money-saving hack for groceries, which I'm going to use all of 2026. Here it is. Go to Sam's Club, get the rotisserie chicken, which is $4.98. Huge chicken. Also, go over to the prepared foods aisle and grab a salad, whether it's a Caesar salad or like a blueberry pecan salad. The salad's $8-9. So now you've got a giant rotisserie chicken, a giant salad for 4 or 5 people for under $15, and that's minimum 3 meals, minimum, but it's probably more like 4 or 5 meals. So now you're eating for less than $3 a meal, and it's good. It's really good. Try it. Let me know what you think.
Take a guess on what you think is the cheapest place to buy groceries in the U.S. because Consumer Reports just put out a list of the most and least expensive grocery stores across the country. And since it is Frugal February and we want to save you as much as possible, especially when it comes to your grocery bill, let's take a look at that list. So they used Walmart as the baseline here. So these places were either more expensive or less expensive than Walmart. And it found that Costco was the place with the biggest savings in comparison to a place like Walmart, about 20%. Now, obviously, if you shop at Costco, you have to be a member at Costco, which you have to pay for. They offer discounts all the time, Groupons, things like that you can get for those memberships. But overall, if you want to save the most money, Costco. And coming in at number 2 was BJ's, so another wholesale club. Now, when it comes to the most expensive, Whole Foods. I know a lot of people love their Whole Foods, but in comparison to Walmart, you are paying a lot more money. Now, people may argue quality, whatever they want to with that, but we are just talking pure dollars and cents here in comparison to similar items. And another store that made the list that was on the most expensive side, which may be a little surprising, was Trader Joe's. People usually say that that is an affordable place to shop, but it seems like their prices have gone up a little bit in the past couple of years, and it is now one of the more expensive places to get your groceries.
Where's all this steak money going? They want $47 for this and it expires today. I was shocked when I found out the price difference from the farmer to the grocery stores. You see, the farmers aren't making $50 for a couple steaks. They get paid for the weight of the live animal. So that's what makes me wonder here, is why aren't we taking better care of our farmers? We need our farmers. If you care about where your food comes from, give me a follow and leave a comment. We need to take better care of our farmers.
Absolutely fucking outraged right now when I just got back from the grocery store. I decided, I was like, I'm only gonna buy a few things. I'm gonna keep it really low budget. I'm gonna stretch everything out. I'm already like contemplating wheels turning. I have no idea how I'm going to stretch this stuff out for the next 7 days, but I'm gonna make it happen. For $95.55, I have 1 pound of ground turkey, 1 cauliflower frozen pizza and protein waffles, 1 pound of Jimmy Dean sausage, of iced coffee to get me through the week, 3 sweet potatoes. This is gonna stretch me for dinners for the entire week. 1 onion. This is for breakfast and dinner for the entire week. Cucumber. This is for lunch for the entire week. 1 thing of lettuce. Again, lunch for the entire week. 4 protein shakes. A thing of breakfast protein bars for the week. My only treat I got myself. These were 2 for $5 on sale. 1 pack of eggs and a thing of sauce. What do you think?
I'm an American. I live outside Portland, Oregon. Do you know how much I just spent on 1 bag of groceries and like this oranges and these bread that didn't go in the bag? Okay. So before coupons, it was $68. And then after the coupons were taken off and like I got things on sale, it was like $55 for all of this. This bread is over $7. It's gluten-free and it's the only thing I could eat. Mandarins, they were on sale, but normally these are like $7-8, sometimes $9 for like a bag of mandarins. Bananas, obviously, which I already bruised. 1 thing of creamer, 4 apples, 5 Yukon potatoes, 1 onion, tzatziki sauce that was on sale, sugar that was not super cheap, I think like $5 or something, but it's like sugar-free sugar, monk-free sugar. The berries were on sale. Normally berries are ridiculous here, but I got strawberries and blueberries. And some little deli meat that was also on sale, but still like it was like $4. And then this, it was $2.61. This is my favorite cheese. Yeah, all this stuff. It was over $60, and then coupons. Send us help.
All right, I just got back from the grocery store. Like 3, 6, 7, 8 slices of sourdough bread. Pasteurized eggs. A half a point. a steak, 100% grass-fed Angus beef steak. One little piece. And yes, it happens to be filet. A salad, pre-made salad, because I travel too much to buy some right now. Okay? Beets. Some milk. Butter. Some spaghetti sauce. Spicy by the way. Some yogurt. And some kimchi. That is it, except for that. All right, let me just read this to you. Take a guess. How much would this be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 items. 9 items. $75, and let's not forget the 43 fucking cents.
So I just got home after 4 months away and I did groceries, and this is what $73 worth of groceries looks like in Las Vegas, January of 2026. This is ridiculous.
I just got $550 worth of groceries because we're not eating out in 2026. Except for today, because I already did groceries, so I can't do groceries and cook on the same day. Like, that doesn't, you can't do both.
$1,654.11.
How do you sleep at night?
I'm taking this.